everybody, welcome to the SENA TV Web English Show. In this second season, you will have the opportunity to learn and practice your English, but in a specialized manner, viewing subjects such as gastronomy, TV production, business English, tourism, art, health, design, and today's subject, customer service. So you'll not just practice your English, but you will also learn about very interesting topics and situations you may encounter in your daily life whenever you travel to an English-speaking country, or whether you need to work with foreigners coming from all over the world that without doubt will communicate with you through the universal language, English. Hi everyone, and welcome to our English tip for today. This lesson is part of the National Learning Service SENA bilingual programs, and it is made just for you. Today you'll learn some expressions that should make part of your vocabulary if you work in customer service. All of these phrases will help you make your client feel very important and will let you take care of everything at your business place. For example, I can take care of this for you right away significa yo puedo ayudarle con esto inmediatamente. I'm going to personally make sure this gets resolved for you significa personalmente me encargaré de que se encuentre una solución a su problema. This is a little out of the ordinary, but I'm sure I can handle it for you. Don't worry. Significa esto no es algo común, pero de seguro le puedo ayudar. No se preocupe. It won't cost you anything to correct this situation. Significa no le costará nada arreglar esta situación. There's no problem. We could fix that for you and it's free of charge. Eso significa no hay problema. Nosotros podemos arreglarle esto y no tiene ningún costo. We'd be happy to exchange that for you significa con mucho gusto le cambiaremos esto. Your satisfaction is very important to us significa su satisfacción es muy importante para nosotros. Stay tuned to TV Web SENA so you can learn more English. Bye everyone, and thank you, Fede. Hey, are you having some problems with the computer you bought from us the other day? Yes? Okay, no, don't worry. I'll change that computer for you. Bye-bye.
Hoy, capítulo 5. Bilingüismo, inglés.
Have you ever imagined what it is like to work in a call center? Have you ever thought of what happens in that place where they usually answer your phone calls when you are having a problem or when you just need information about a service? Teleperformance is the #1 call center in the world. They operate with 130,000 employees in 49 countries, providing an excellent standard of customer service to their clients' customers. English SENA TV Web spoke to some of its workers. Let's see what they say this business is all about.
Thank you very much for calling. This is Angelica speaking. How can I help you today?
How come my phone doesn't work and I just bought it from you yesterday?
No, I do understand your frustration.
This is outrageous.
Of course. No, but don't worry. Please calm down that I'll be happy to help you. There's no problem at all. But first of all, I do need your cell phone number.
786-3560.
Okay, thank you. Can I please have your full name?
Paul Schneider.
Okay, well, don't worry that there's going to be a solution, so I'll be happy to help you.
Okay, I guess I'll wait.
Just give me 1 second.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay, perfect. So the problem has been already solved. Try to see if it's still persisting on the other line.
No, finally.
Okay, perfect. That means that we solved it. Well, if you have any other inconvenience, just feel free to give us a call back, and without a problem, we can help you out. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you for calling.
Thanks.
Today we are by far the #1 call center company in the world, and the way we reach this position is because we really focus on our employees. We really want our employees to be happy, and happy employees translates into happy clients.
The most important thing about answering calls in a call center is to understand why we do it. If you understand why you do it, then you understand that it's much more important than just taking calls. We don't take calls. We help people that have real issues, real problems.
And if you make a commitment with them, like for example, in here you say like, we're going to call you back. And usually Colombians don't expect the company to call them back, but we do. every time that we promise something, we do it, because that's what they expect.
We don't know in what state of mind those people are calling to be able to ask for a favor or to be able to ask for help. And it's our job that we understand that and that we get the resolution that we need in the most humane possible way that we can get it. Because you're not just taking calls, you're making a difference in people's lives.
Customer service, it's great. It's an amazing thing because we get to help so many people. We help them to even talk. We've got really nervous people and move them from that point in their lives to being able to communicate with others, and what is even more difficult, to communicate in a different language.
We work with the United States directly, one of our campaigns, and it's our American market. It's all English, and it's a very, very demanding market.
My path on teleperformance for the last 7 years started just like everyone else, taking calls. Then I was promoted to quality analyst, and I stood there for a while. Then I just get promoted to supervisor, trainer, and now here we are in Colombia as a floor manager.
The basic requirements that we need to have in order to be working here is people that have the good ability to connect and to speak the language fluently as possible, so they can connect with the customers to the point of resolving their issues and being that help that that person needs.
The most important value that we need to have here is empathy, to put yourself in the place of the other one and really want to help him.
When we talk about customer service, it's very important that we understand where that culture is coming from. We are currently in a culture in Colombia, and we need to understand what the American culture is to be able to connect and give and provide that customer service.
Here in Bogota, where we are standing in this call center, serving the US markets, we have close to 1,000 employees. In total, we have in Colombia almost 8,000 employees, and we operate in Bogota and in Medellin.
We are recruiting every week. Currently we have 50 available bilingual positions to cover next week, and every week we will be recruiting 50 more bilingual positions. We need to make sure that they speak good English. It's very important to speak English because you get a more international projection to your career.
Well, yes, the English language is an advantage for each one of you because it opens doors, it allows you to make more money.
The salary will increase by more than 50% if you speak English.
The importance of learning English is because English is the language of the world. We operate in 49 countries in teleperformance, and the language with which we all communicate among ourselves is English.
We'll be right back after this short break with more English specialized in customer service. This is SENA TV Web in English. Don't move.
Do you know what troubleshooting means?
Estás viendo Bilingüismo, Inglés. Capítulo 5.
Do you know what troubleshooting means? Troubleshooting. Troubleshooting is a form of problem solving, often applied to repair failed products or processes. It's a logical, systematic search for the source of the problem so that it can be solved, and so the products or process can be made operational again. Troubleshooting significa solución de problemas. For example, Paul works as a system engineer providing troubleshooting for people who have trouble with their computer.
Have you ever imagined you could have someone who can guide and advise your company to improve its customer service skills with guaranteed results? Gustavo Hernandez, our following guest, is a business coach. He teaches companies how to satisfy their clients' needs and how to maintain a client true to their company. He works at Action Coach, a company that over the past 2 decades has served thousands of businesses in 39 countries around the world. So if you're interested in improving your customer service strategies and techniques, you don't want to miss out this following segment.
I am Gustavo Hernandez. I am a business coach from Action Coach here in Colombia, and I am in the business of abundance. I work with the owners of small and medium businesses in order to improve the profits, the sales, the quality of life of the owners, and also to teach them how to create high-performance teams. I define customer service in these words. It's about building a relationship. A relationship with whom? With your client. But it's not only a commercial relationship, but also a personal relationship. When we think about our customer service, it's something that we always want to improve, but we can wonder how. How can I go beyond that point? And to make sure that you are giving a superior service level, you have to give your clients something additional that they are not expecting. How can you make sure that your client will receive more than he was expecting? You have to think about what is your unique selling proposition, what makes you different from others, and you have to think about that and supply this to your client. For example, he comes here to. You have to keep in mind, if someone comes to your business, it's because they need help. They are looking for something. So if they are looking how to replace the floors, it's not only, okay, this is the floor. No, you receive professional advice here. Okay, that's the floor, but let's check, would you like to receive something else? How can you see this floor in your house? Okay, we can make a design, and you can see here in the computer how it will look. The tips for people who works in customer service is you have to think in the needs of your client. In the building of the relationship with my clients, it starts in any contact I have with them. A phone call, the way I'm receiving the phone call, the guidance I am giving him. Also, when he visits my company, how I am receiving them. Are they feeling comfortable or not? According to statistics, 68% of people stop buying from you because they perceive a lack of caring service. In any business we are always thinking about how to get loyal clients. It's very important because the loyal clients will come back again and again, and they will buy from you more and more.
Are you planning a big event and you are overwhelmed because you don't know how to start orchestrating everything? Fabián Salazar, our following guest, works as an event supervisor, and he knows everything there is to know about organizing events. Watch the following segment and pay attention so you can learn what needs to be done in order to successfully cater any event you may need to host.
What catering is? It's an activity to provide food and beverage drinks that depends on the country. Here in Colombia, we usually do all the package. That means that the decoration, the food, the drinks, the music, the video. And for example, in United States or in USA, they only provide the food. Today we are going to explain how to set a table. First, we took the table cover, or the cloth cover, and we put it on the table. After that, we can put the overcloth cover over the table. Usually we put 6 plates on the table. Then we put the napkins over the plates. The champagne glass we put on the left side of the plate. After that, we use the water glass. This has to go on the right side of the plate. Now we're going to explain how to keep the food warm. Usually we use a shaver. We have to put some gel into a special can. After that, we have to light up the can. Then we have to open up and put some water on. This is used to make a hot water bath to keep the food warm. Usually for an event, no matter what the event is, we're always gonna need a waiter, a dishwasher, a doorman, and also a supervisor that have to put everything on his place. We plan weddings, sweet 16s, baptisms, business meetings, what else? Conference. In order to set a budget, we have to know how many guests we are going to be attending on the event. Also, we have to know how many waiters you are going to need on the event. It's so important to know what kind of meal you want on the event, because the pen of the meal is going to cost more or less. Also, it's really important for us to know the kind of music that you are going to use on the event. If it's live, or we are going to use the DJ here. The English has helped me and my business because we have customers from around the world.
We'll be right back after this short break, and guess who will be with us? Andrés Jaramillo, yes, the owner and mastermind of Andrés Carne de Res, one of the most popular places in Latin America. So you don't want to miss what he's going to say about customer service at his place. This is SENA TV Web in English. Don't move.
Do you know what does deal with complaints mean? Deal with complaints. When the customer pays for a product or a service, it's assumed that the product will work correctly or that the service received is as promised. If there's a problem and the customer complains about it, the company should immediately answer the complaint and solve the customer's problem. It may be to give some money back, exchange a product, or do some repair. This is often done through the company's customer service department. Deal with complaints. Significa lidiar con las quejas o reclamos. For example, all restaurants will inevitably have to deal with customer complaints.
Although it is located in the municipality of Chía, Andrés Carne de Res is widely considered by many Colombians the king of Bogota's nightlife. Andrés Carne de Res stands out from all the other restaurants and nightclubs in Bogota due to its originality, delicious cuisine, for having the craziest parties, great music, artists, musicians, and actors every single day, but above all, for its excellent customer service, including all the little and big details Andrés Jaramillo, his owner, takes into account, while he constructs an empire and one of the best places of entertainment, probably in the world.
The idea of service in Andrés is that from the moment you start thinking about going to Andrés, you already have butterflies of excitement in your belly. We accomplish our goal of stimulating every sense people have.
Really to have something that combines food and beverage with entertainment, specifically music, theater, makes it very unique. It's definitely a very exciting place to work, very different. It's a unique concept that you can't find anywhere in the world.
When people decide to come to Andrés, it's because we deliver several conditions that allows them to even think about their security, because there is always someone who can give them a ride home.
In such a place, it's very important to also have enough security. We even have our own nursery.
Everything in life is about customer service. The process of the human being in relation with reality has to do with how I woo another person. I love when a waiter or a waitress establishes a connection with our guests. I love to see them talking, even flirting with each other.
We're looking for people that are really enthusiastic, that they are young, that they're dynamic, that they are flexible, and that they really show their willingness to serve.
You must have around 500 employees to serve 1,000 people.
I think as well, what makes it even special is the people. The people make it the difference here. And obviously it's a massive operation. You know, we have a total of, here in particular, we have almost 480 employees. In terms of waiters, we have a relation of 1 to 10. So one waiter serves 10 customers. But in terms of 480, what I mean is globally, the whole Andrés DC, which really is, you know, there are so many departments. It's not only the kitchen and the service, but it's the bar, engineering, security.
Nowadays, 1,700 people work at Inglés.
If you look at customer service itself, waiters and waiters, it's a profile that is very specific to very young people, students. So the first filter is obviously to interview them. Yeah. After they pass this interview process, we invite them here to do some kind of a training process, to see the operation, to also to get a feeling of the philosophy, the culture, but at the same time also to get a feeling of the taste of the food and everything. And see them in the operation to see if they really are appropriate to our operation. And if we identify that they not only passed the interview, they passed the actual training in here, they also have to undergo really a written test. The whole process takes about 1.5 to 2 weeks to really identify if it's the specific person that we're looking for.
You have to prank life constantly in order to make it different. All of this is a constant prank. That's what makes it fun.
It is not a formal kind of service. It is a very friendly, very personalized kind of service. That we don't want to make it too formal, too rigid, but really to establish a contact with our guests and to make it a fun place at the end of the day. It's very important nowadays to really to make a guest experience special.
Tiene que haber unos códigos básicos.
We must have basic codes. More than protocol, it's about attitude.
It comes from very basic things, from a simple smile, yeah, to just a greeting. You need to be personalized, you need to be intuitive. Many companies concentrate and focus on the product, yeah, and they don't identify the importance of service. Service and the guest experience is nowadays essential in our industry. And specifically Andrés Caneres, which really attracts a lot of foreigners around the world, really because of its unique concept, because it also resembles a little bit the Colombian culture. It really attracts a lot of foreigners. The industry of customer service, restaurant, hotel business is a very, very tough industry. You need to be very, very passionate. You need to be very flexible. You need to be really, you have to have the service aspect in your veins. It's a very tough industry, but at the same time, it's very rewarding.
Valet parking service, Alka-Seltzer, lightheadedness treatment service, blood pressure measuring service, sing it at any occasion service, credit service in case you run out of money, ATM service, nursery service, dropping you off at your home service, and if there's any other service you wish we had, here we'll provide it for you.
Well, my friends, we hope you enjoy it. That's all for today. We have reached the end of our show, and we hope that you will continue to join us on this journey through the English language in each one of our different subjects. Remember, this is SENA TV Web in English. See you soon, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.